Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I've decided to tell you guys 15 boy names that I like but won't be using. So let's just get started. Firstly, Michael. I do like the name Michael, but down here in Porirua we've got a mayor called Michael, so it would just be a little bit too confusing. Matthew. I do like the name, I must admit, but I know my best friend who has the last name Matthew and my big brother has a best friend called Matthew, so it would just probably wouldn't work. Anthony, that's the third one. I do like the name Anthony, but I know about 5 or so friends or family that are called Anthony, and yeah, just it wouldn't work. Number 4, Andrew. My dad's name is Andrew, and just it would be a little bit confusing for, even though he would be called grandfather or granny or whatever you want to call the grandfather back then, but just it would just be a little bit too confusing. Number 5, Aaron. I know too many Aarons. I do personally like the name, like I would be happily to call my child Aaron, but just it's too confusing and I know too many of them. Number 6, Kevin. I have a big brother who lives in Australia and his name's Kevin, so it wouldn't work. Like if I didn't have my brother Kevin, I would happily call my child Kevin, but since I do, it wouldn't work. Okay, 7, Jesse. I have a middle brother called Jesse who is also on YouTube, so I will link his description in the description box below, but yeah, just I've got a middle brother called Jesse. Peter. I've never been a big fan of the name Peter. Like I know 2 Peters that I know of, but I personally wouldn't call my child Peter. Cruz. Number 9. Yes, I do like the name, but I wouldn't personally call that my child. Like I know a friend of mine who had a puppy called Cruz, and I know another friend of mine who has a baby boy who's about 3 or 4 who has a baby boy called Cruz, and I do like the name, I must admit, I do like the name, but just I can't personally see myself using the word Cruz or the name Cruz. Number 10, Corey. I do know a couple of Corys, but I can't see myself using Corey as a first name for this child. Number 11, Jonathan. I have a little nephew who's about 3 or 4 called Jonathan, and just it's too common. Like I know about 2 Jonathans, so yeah. Number 12, Henry. I can't personally see myself calling my child Henry, just because I can't say it's uncommon, but I don't come across with Henry as a good name. Number 13, Carter. I do like the name, but then they'll be named after Dan Carter, but just I can't picture myself calling my child that. Number 14, Nathan. I know 3 or 4 Nathans, and that would be a little bit too confusing for their families and my son, and yeah. Lastly, Jason. I do like the name, I must admit. I really would like to call my son Jason, but just I can't picture myself saying, here Jason, Jason, or whatever that sentence is. So I can't see myself using that. So that's all for today. Make sure you subscribe. I will link my brother's YouTube channel down below. Make sure you subscribe to him, to myself, and I will comment down below a question of the day. And make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you.